Hello and welcome back. I ate and took a bit of a break in between episodes. But yeah, now let's get back to the story. Okay. Honey croissant, piety, stuffed Highland cabbage. At long last, we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until sometime as we put it to the proof, but I am quietly confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, then I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. I have to check the mic every once in a while because for some reason the audio, OBS will just drop it. And as long as we execute due to caution, it will be fine. Without further ado, then, let's make for Lamisa. Well, we've kept Gabu waiting long enough. Yeah, I'll be recording until I get done. Oh, until I get an achievement. I just had to stop because I knew I was going to get called eventually to come down and eat. Which that call is going to come out anyway in a few minutes. For my brother to come down and eat. Because I got to have hamburgers while everybody else is going to have meatloaf. I gotta do this because I'm picky and stubborn to the point where I will rather starve than there we go. I'd rather not eat something I don't want to eat than I'd rather not eat at all than eat something I don't like. I am that picky and stubborn. In fact, when I was little, when I mean little, I mean when I was a baby, I was this picky. They had to sneak butter into the food I would eat, so I wouldn't be so skinny. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our hosts bring Gabu to us at once. Then again, when I was little, I liked to play more with the food than eat it, so that also contributed to it. I would rather wear cake than eat cake. I'd rather wear mashed potatoes and throw them than even put it near my mouth.
Apologies for the wait. Gabu, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
It's only all you hear is a scream.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment?
Yes, and we also blew up a warehouse.
Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
And don't worry, we're using a small child as our guinea pig.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
Alphino, you sound weird. Got some snow up
As
your
would
nose.
I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission then, let us begin. Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn. Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Alphino, you got a cold. Go to bed. We gotta stick Alphino in the snow.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
Faith is what we got us into trouble in the first place.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
It's nice that it's snowing and with not a single cloud in the sky. Now we have clouds. Well, this seems a good spot as any to have a rest. Just falls asleep in the presence.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion. I should, I know. Yet, despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire.
God, that's gotta hurt our knees.
Alize, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gaboo!
Right. Now we got sick Alphino, and now we got talking baby. As he probably has a skinned knee now, or something now.
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
Hmm? I don't think Edgar was hoping for anything.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Yes, emotional support baby.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms.
Well, considering the events, symptoms that we saw turn somebody into what's the name of the yellow summon? The one you get for Titan before when you're a summoner.
Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Summon the flying monkeys.
Then the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
I have to go now, Gabu. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
Wait a minute, where is he going? He doesn't have a house. Where does he live now? I have so many questions. As she will be at pains to remind me, I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning from the first, but this seems a good time as any. Come, let us make for her cave. I'm still wondering where Gabu went. Because I don't think that's where Maelstrom Command goes. Secondly, should we let him walk around by himself? Mr. Lamosa is not the safest place for kobolds. Or Sahagin. But mainly for Sahagin. So, are we just going to, you know, leave him be? I don't know why, but that doesn't feel like something we should be doing. Oh yeah, if you've been watching my videos like as they're coming out, I do have some news about Mew with her tail. My mom says we need to brush it to find out, but I think what I felt was just some, like something that was in her hair, not actually another tail that was, but it did feel like thick and stuck to it. Anyway, my parents told me it's nothing to worry about. Yeah, it's not something that I was thinking of, that she got hurt and her tail got split. I take it you are ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of master and pupil. Very well.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
Y'shtola Matoya. Everybody, get behind. Oh no, something solid.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I'm proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day. So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create porxes with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porxie, as it were. Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Alright, off to my old workshop then. Everything required to make your familiar is there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, there's sure to be a handful of feral familiars and mayhap a monster or two, but nothing to trouble the likes of you. You can consider cleaning up the place payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. Now, if there are no other objections, I suggest you run along to the Maker's Quarter. I'll send one of my Porogos ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only tell him who you are. One can't be too careful after all. Off you go. Actually, speaking of... No, this one. Okay, so we got good for the equipment then. I didn't expect it to be this long of a flight. Greetings, Ribbit, and welcome to my good mistresses. Relic, Pororogo is my name, and I am honored to be your guide. But then you will find a space dedicated to the making of familiars, along with a cavern wherein the requested ingredients may be had. I must warn you, however, that the place has not played host to a single soul, much less a broom, in over 15 years, and will, I regret, be in some disarray. Richard, my brothers and I shall see to it you do not lose your way. Now then, Ribbit, only say the word and I will show you in. I don't remember this being all the way out here, but then again, that was a year ago. Over a year ago.
Victory will be ours!
Right. To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
I remember this time. Okay, and there we go. remember if this place has a minion or not. I guess if we get one, it'll be a surprise. I don't think there's one. But like I said, if we get one, it'll be a surprise.
Away with you!
What was that noise? Sounded like pots being hit or something. Oh, I guess it might have been that they all attacked at the same time with that same move. One of their auditory moves, and it just made a weird sound. I don't remember if I fought Suki before. I think I have. I don't know if Edgar has, though. And again, for all I know, Ziggy could have been from 1.0. I thought Ziggy was the Spriggan that made like a mech out of rocks. Or something like that. Or am I thinking of a different Spriggan? Mudman. Graha just stood there and took it. Not like Luke's gonna be any use to us. Apart from just, you know, Graha? There we go. There you go, Graha. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh yeah, these are the plant guys retextured into gelatins. Or is it the plant guys are the retextured versions of the gelatins? Point is, these guys are ugly. And the slimes and Dragon Quest are a lot cuter. Yeah, when I first played this dungeon, I did not know that I could get up here. I got up here by accident, eventually, after I kept dying to that. Alpha, no, why are you using physics? As someone who plays Summoner, I know that doesn't heal for shit. Whee!
Just the beginning.
Okay. What does this do? Grant soul so to self, change the action to harvest moon. Wait, what was there before? Eh, whatever. It's not like we can use it. This always reminds me of that. This place always reminds me of that time when I was in school where we got to melt crayons together. Also, I found out recently, the Yetis, like these guys, are just reskinned Gabus. Not Gabus, the, are they called Gabus? The, Sproutling guys. The guys who sneeze that has the foliage on them. They need to call Gabus. It only took me about over a year to realize that. And the only thing that made it click was I saw one yawn and scratch its ass at the same time. I'm like, wait a minute, I know that animation.
Away with
You know, not that it has multiple layers of teeth or have the same facial structure. Let's see what material we get this time. Heaven's Eye. Yeah. He does not look so good after he melts.
Right then. Let's get this over with. Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
Oh, time to fight a big porksy. Hey, wait a minute. I recognize those. Oh, there's the sprites from, I think that's Final Fantasy 1 sprites. Or they're just from various Final Fantasy. Oh, there's the Black Mage. The reason I know is because, like, oh, that looks like the White Mage. Nope. I don't even think we got the card. Nope. Oh, there are ones up above us still. Or are those repeats? Oh well.
There we are. Quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more. That should suffice.
Good. Let's set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some porkses. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say. Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos. And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the Mother Porksy with additional ether.
I will require a moment before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone. We're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
In addition to the Porksies, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Lest you wonder, Master Matoya has returned to her cave with Y'shtola. They are peas in a pod, are they not? And with that, that's going to be the end of this episode. I'll see you all in the next.